moving on with the planter, I am going to continue darkening that top study. At this point, I'm just going to bring in almost all of the Quin burnt orange. And a pretty creamy mix, sort of between creamy and juicy. There's bubbles. That's okay. So here I'm going to come into continue this one with this shape. So this is a layer of mostly, I mean, not, yeah, just quinacridone burnt rose. You know, I will do an example of this, like I'm sure you've seen me, but I'm not crazy about how that shape seemed to be drying here and there, and the whole thing is wet. I've defined the shape with water and paint, so even if I parts of it start drying, it theoretically will stop wherever the paper's good paper. Still going to stop wherever the paper is dry. The paint will refuse to go. I refuse. And you can get some, that's not that even, but actually I think that's kind of cool. So that's getting nice and dark, which is what I wanted. I am going to get rid of some of this extra paint there. So let's see, how are we going to do that over for this guy? I'm going to start off yeah, I'm going to start off with just some water this time, because I feel like that the upper left pink is looking fine. I kind of like how that looks. So actually this one, let's do the other approach that I've sort of mentioned as a way of doing it, but I've really just been kind of building up graded washes at this point. So one way of painting all of these things, either initially or as you keep going, is to first just wet the shape with clean water. One of the things about doing this is that it can, depending on paints and paper and your touch and the brush, it can start making some streaks if you're not careful. But those are the kind of streaks that aren't really going to matter too much anyway. And then I'm just going to get some of this quinacridone. I don't want it too wet. I mean, it's quite wet, but that's okay. I'm going to just squeeze in some of this quinacridone burnt orange into the corner like that. And theoretically, I'll be able to sort of control basically where that color goes. There's still like extra water down here that's going to just take too much time to dry and kind of present possible blooming issues. But one thing that can happen if you're just painting starting with water, and if you do things like just press too hard, you can reactivate and start picking up paint, and that's not what I'm wanting to do. So let's see, I have some quinacridone burnt orange. I'm going to get a little bit more concentrated, but make sure it's not too much water in the brush. I think I'll let that dry like that. I think I said in the last one, actually no, I'm not. I am gonna I'm gonna get my smaller brush, and I'm going to mix. I can tell that shape. I'm only going to be painting in the lower right area, and I can tell that everything is drying gradually enough. But I'm going to try to bring in a little bit more of this color with my smaller brush, and dab it in. You can try sort of a subtle brush stroke. I usually dab, but if it's nice paper, you should be able to like introduce it more like that, and it will come out. And actually, that was kind of nice. Maybe I should do that more often. Like that, so I can really start pinpointing where I want the darker color to go. But it's important to do it with a small brush, because the bigger brush, we're just going to, it's too easy to introduce excess water. So I would do that technique over here, and I will do that eventually, but that is for another video.